Nearly every legendary Saturday Night Live alum returned to the show for its 50th anniversary special, but one in particular terrified Colin Jost. Penning material for Eddie Murphy at SNL 50, the anniversary special made the Weekend Update anchor anxious, he recalled during a group variety interview with Mike Myers, Marcelo Hernandez, and Sarah Sherman. "That is who I was most nervous to write for," Eddie Murphy, Jost said. "He's very cool." And taciturn Myers, who worked with Murphy on 4 Shrek movies, offered. Jost, who has written for the series since 2005, agreed with Myers' descriptor for the Beverly Hills Cop star. "Yes," he said. "So, someone not talking, you read all your worst fears into that person." So when I first presented him with the sketch, he was like, "I think it's funny. I was waiting for, but I'm not gonna do it." Murphy appeared in 2 sketches during the anniversary special, Black Jeopardy, in which he played fellow SNL alum Tracy Morgan, while standing next to the real Tracy Morgan, and Scared Straight, which saw Murphy, Kenan Thompson, and Will Ferrell play convicted criminals who tell harrowing stories of incarceration to intimidate younger criminals, played by Hernandez, Michael Longfellow, and Mikey Day. Hernandez recalled his experience working with the Coming to America actor on the sketch. "I got to rehearse Eddie Murphy, and that's insane because Colin put me, let the record show, as a young Latino criminal," the comedian joked. Jost attempted to justify the casting, next to 2 white criminals. Hernandez let Jost off the hook. "Fair," he said. "Anyway, it was crazy to be feet away from people you looked up to your whole life." Jost also noted that writing for the all-star cast on SNL 50 was a far scarier task than the average episode of SNL. "I found it much more stressful because you didn't want to let down people who are legends," the comedian explained. "There was so much more lead time, but just like a regular show, I'd say 90% of it got written in the week leading up to it. So it was stressful for 6 months for everyone." Murphy recently reflected on how it felt to reunite with his fellow SNL alums at the anniversary special during a conversation with Jennifer Hudson. "It was a trip because everybody was real old. Everybody was old," the comedian said. "I got on that show when I was 19 years old. So I went back and I saw all these people 40 years later. It was just a trip. And it was how can I put it? I felt like I was part of something. That show was on for 50 years, so it's this American institution."